Something big is coming. Davos is back. And now Klaus Schwab and the WEF want kids to learn about curbing climate change in the Metaverse. So, what are the WEF up to now? And how dangerous could their central role in the Metaverse be? Let's dip our toes into this and scoop in some exciting tidbits, shall we? Without any further ado, let's get started. WEF, its initiative on educating children on climate change on Metaverse. In the Davos Forum of 2022 taking place in Davos of Switzerland, World Economic Forum unveils their new concept, which sparks off a mass controversy around the world. It's all about combating climate change, but there's a twist, using the Metaverse. The founder of the WEF, Klaus Schwab, has a never-seen-before concept of modern edge technology using our own virtual world. The prime leaders and economists of the world have nodded a yes in favor of this all-new concept. But let's think about it a bit deeper. What does the future hold for us? A hand-in-hand with our beloved AI? Or a head-on combat with the devil? The WEF is looking forward to building a global communication village. How are they planning to do this? They plan on transcending the barrier of space and time. Yes, you heard that right. Klaus Schwab, WEF chairman, said, "Since our founding in 1971, the forum has served as a platform where business, government, civil society, and other stakeholders can come together to address critical global issues." But exactly how comfortable are you to hand over your children to a virtual reality, where reality isn't the general way? I'm sure you might be feeling apprehensive about all of this, but hear me out till the end of the video, will you? Moving on, the beauty of human minds lies in its own trial and error. It is the way people grow up, the way people perceive things, that makes us unique. The very little human interactions one has constitute the millions of core memories in the brain. Perhaps the beauty of life lies in our mistakes too. But imagine a world which is controlled by the AI, teaching you what is right and what is ori. The question remains as to what part of humanity would be left inside a human being. Now, how exactly is climate change connected to the Metaverse? How does Metaverse solve this problem? Answer is, almost in no ways. Teaching comes with lessons, and schools are pretty sufficient for that. In fact, it is usually a bigger issue to see teenagers and kids staying on their gadgets. The instances of gadget addiction shoots way deeper beneath, with exposure to the wrong ways of the internet, often ruining young minds. Getting connected to the Metaverse makes one lose touch with reality, and thus the child might never want to face the difficulties in life. This would trap the child into mental health issues, where cases of schizophrenia isn't even that rare. WEF states this is necessary to combat climate change, and pretty much no one understands exactly how it's necessary apart from the WEF members themselves. If anything, surrendering to technology would only increase the pollution content, as the equipment required to create such high-yield technology is obviously non-organic. It's a mass myth in progress that's been circulated for greater evil. Then what exactly might be the reason for such initiative? Metaverse is a virtual reality owned by the big IT giants and tech manufacturers. Basically, a huge part of the global leading economists. And it's ironic because they are the ones who are promoting the idea that Metaverse is a necessity. Every design, every nook and corner of the Metaverse is designed by human beings, which in turn is used by another human being. Looks familiar to the laboratory rat system, isn't it? Where the master would design something for the slave and the slave is bound to accept it. It is stated that Metaverse would eradicate the reliance of children on textbooks, pencils, and such equipment and have hands-free real-time experience to education. It is hilarious because no one asked for it. If anything, most parents would want their children to use their textbooks. It's even further how there actually is no problem in this scenario. But in order to enforce a system that would benefit the masters, they are creating a non-existent solutions to non-existent problems. And as usual, to push the common people into the project that they don't want to be part of, let's show them how it's their benefit, and obviously not ours. How education is more available and affordable if we use the metaverse. When the leaders speak to us as how education is not affordable, the question arises that why is it our problem? We all know who are supposed to look after the basic rights of humanity, education, shelter. If we don't have access to them, then they're to blame. The propaganda to make up problems and then shove bigger problems to solve the former ones is too much. Actions speak louder than words. Online education was a huge failure during the pandemic times, which speaks enough about how this metaverse drama might play out. It's not funny how they speak about future pandemics and overcoming the limitations of space and time for communication happening between teacher and students using the metaverse. Whilst that's the exact thing they're doing, separating and creating distance from the in-person experiences. Humans are social animals. To push the children or young minds into such a controlled environment is enough to speak about doomsday. Metaverse promises in-person experience and not digital, while Metaverse is an AI itself. Just claiming your data is safe, protected, and Metaverse is built responsibly changes nothing. It's still sly corruption. Two lies do not make a truth. To share Metaverse presence is to share data and choices. Currently, the number of scandals of data selling is magnificent. Every choice one makes, every decision is being monitored. In such an era, Metaverse is a trump card to those who want to control over people. It's a mask of great cause being carried to secretly get affirmation of more sinister plans. And it's not even a secret anymore. Everyone knows it, yet nobody can resist it. Accepting and surrendering would lead to complete control over one's behavior, consciousness, choices. Who would the robots then? Humans. Yes, as much as it can be terrifying to even hear, it might be true. Don't you guys think so? Before we dive into a more pressing question, how are you liking the video so far? If you're enjoying it, then do us a favor and hit the bell icon to get notified updates. Where do we stand with the metaverse? The progress of technology is inevitable. Somehow or the other, the quest of knowledge that humans have is never ending, and one has to accept it. However, the evil temptations are always far more tempting than the good. Inside these fake, empty voices of promises are nothing but their own intentions. Metaverse should be a consensual choice and not an imposition. Just because some politician announced something is better for them necessarily doesn't mean it is. Metaverse is a lucid dream, and humans have reached this far because they've faced consequences. To put one into a metaverse is putting them into a lively slumber. This initiative is a play of words into making people believe how an exciting future awaits them. What do you guys think about this? Let us know in the comments below. Alright, now that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe to the channel for more updates.